we have to walk our own walk, right? And you can listen to lots of people's testimonies, but you have to have your relationship with the Lord.
Amen.
You can't put on somebody's armor and fight your Goliath. You can't put on somebody else's testimony and fight your Goliath. You need to have this down on the inside of you, that God is good and that He has the victory through you.
Amen.
This is the Lord's battle on your behalf, but you're the one that's in it, right? So we've got to get this revelation for ourselves. But I love what He says here. He says, you know, the Lord will deliver me, because He's already fought the lion and the bear.
Right.
You know, Goliath wasn't David's first rodeo. He wasn't new to challenges.
He'd already been faithful in the little.
Yes.
He'd been faithful in the little things. You know, this is so key. You know, David had fought off a lion and fought off a bear protecting the sheep. You know, he was protecting his father's sheep. And you know what? It was pretty something to fight off a lion and to fight off a bear. So he'd had some experience.
He'd seen God had been faithful to deliver him.
Yeah. And
So
David had been faithful in the little.
Yeah.
And now it was time for Goliath. So it wasn't just this wasn't his first time he'd used his slingshot either. Like some people think, you know, he just pulled his slingshot out of his, you know, it was a free gift with his cornflakes that morning. And he'd never used it before. No, he was very good at his slingshot, because that's how he protected his sheep. One of the ways he protected his sheep. So he knew what he was doing. He was using what was in his hand, and he was using it with skill, and he'd already got that down. And
He
had
trained
experience.
for battle.
He'd trained. He'd experienced beating off a lion, experienced beating off a bear, and now it was time for him to beat off Goliath. And that's what he says, right? That you're going to be just like the lion and the bear to me. It's going to be the same thing. And sometimes, you know what, we need to walk with God through these smaller things. Sometimes I think these small things don't count. No, walk through the victory on the small things. You know what? Just, you know, fight the cold, fight the headache, and then you're going to have much more chance of seeing victory in a more serious sickness. You know, it's like fight things in the smaller realm.
Yeah.
Believe God for $100 before you believe for $100,000. You know, there's steps, there's layers upon layers and precepts upon precepts with God. And some people just want to go straight for Goliath and never do anything else in between. No, God's going to have you go through these smaller things to basically prove your faith and to really help you get experience these things.